Hello everyone and welcome to this video overview of what's new in Vantage 2 Update 1. We added support for NVIDIA's DLSS 3.5 with its ray reconstruction feature. We also added support for refraction glossiness. We improved the scene state system with animations and more. And we added experimental support for Intel Arc GPUs. For this demonstration, I'm using a scene from Evermotion Arc Interiors. I'm using the NVIDIA AI denoiser, and it's great when you're not moving the camera or anything in the scene, but as you can see, as I walk around and navigate, there are some splotches here, especially on the chairs, and there are also some splotches here on the top and the lamps. And reflections, it's also particularly blurry and splotchy. If I leave it rendering for a while, it gets sharper and crisp, but while navigating, it's not that defined. All right, so I'm going to switch to the DLSS denoiser, which automatically denoises and reconstructs the image with its ray reconstruction feature. And you can see it being enabled by this icon and the slider here on the toolbar. And it says one time X, which means that it will improve the quality. And as you can see, the image is much more stable. When I'm navigating, there's absolutely no flickering, and the quality is much, much better. If we take a look at the reflections, they're a bit blurrier, but the splotches are not there and there's no flickering. All right, so we actually split the two denoisers, or the denoiser when moving and the denoiser when standing still, into two different categories. So you can choose and mix different denoisers. And in this case, I'm going to use the AI denoiser when I'm not moving and the DLSS with ray reconstruction while I'm moving to get the best of both worlds. Now you can see everything is really nice and smooth. And when I pause the camera for just a second, and the quality gets much better, especially in the reflective and the refractive parts of the image. Alright, so now I'm going to increase the quality settings, allowing more bounces and more light in, but that actually increases calculations, and you'll see that the frame rate got lower. Now, this will impede my interaction in the scene, so I'm going to use another feature of the DLSS, which is the upscaling and reconstructing the image from the lower resolution that is rendering. So by sliding this slider to the left, I'm essentially quartering the resolution and getting much higher frame rate while still preserving the details and the quality while getting improved interaction. All right, now I have a close-up camera over here on the table, which will show this, this pair of frosted glass in the vase and on this cocktail glass over there. And if I search in the material browser, you'll see the frosted or the blurry refracted shaders over there. And that's a really cool feature that was requested for multiple times. You can see the liquid is actually clear and the glass is frosted. I'll move it around to see that it blurs the background. So yeah, now you can render this type of effects. I will increase the resolution by sliding the slider to the right to get a bit more details, or bring it back to get more performance. Now for the next feature, I'll show the setup I have. I have a couple of cameras over here, and they have states bound to those. The states are here. This is the night state, the date state, and also a state where the chairs are in front of the table. Now I'm going to actually, I have created an animation already with assigned states, and there you have the different cameras. And the cool part is that if you play back the animation, the states are interpolated. And you can see that we're switching between those different states during the playback of the timeline. The lights are being enabled, the sun is moving around, and the chairs are sliding, which means that you can now create animations with the state system. The next addition that we added is the ability to create states directly from the toolbar with this button. And that will allow you to make modifications of the scene. So let's hide those guys, for example. And I'm also going to change the material of the table like that. All right, so let's increase the lights, maybe not that much, a little bit less, okay. All right, so as you can see, I'm doing multiple changes to different aspects of the scene without creating substates. And I'm going to create a state from this button over here, which will create both a state and the substates for this state, which will let you create the state much easier. Instead of planning ahead and creating substates, there is just one button to create the whole state altogether, which should make making states and animations much easier. And that concludes this video. I hope you liked the new features. Thanks for watching and take care.